Hello, I'm Janusz Lewiński and this is Military Mind. Armed conflicts, defense and security, land, sea and air. We've got you covered. Overnight, Russia attacked southern Ukraine with drones, according to state officials. As reported by the head of the regional military administration, several drones struck Odessa and the surrounding region, killing one resident. Critical infrastructure was damaged in Odessa, leaving part of the city without power, water and heat. In addition, Russian strike drones fell on the Kherson region, resulting in damage to an industrial facility and injuring one person, according to local officials. Moving on now to the front lines, a reduction in the Ukrainian bridgehead by about 10% has been recorded in the Kursk region. According to the Deep State project, Russian troops have advanced near Lebedyevka and south of Kamyshevka, which has led the Ukrainian armed forces losing control of 41 square kilometers of territory. Meanwhile, in the Kupiansk area, the Russian command is seeking to establish a new bridgehead on the right bank of the Oskil River, south of Kupiansk. The advance of the Russian troops near Zagryzhiev indicates plans to expand the zone of control on the left bank for a subsequent offensive. In the Liman area, Russian attacks are shifting towards Tortskie. Attempts by sabotage and reconnaissance groups to enter the settlement have been reported, but they were pushed back by Ukrainian troops. Approaching the Toretsk section, the Russian armed forces are bringing reserves into the battle for the final capture of the city. One Ukrainian analyst characterized the successes of Ukrainian troops in Toretsk as tangible, but not of such a scale as it is presented by the officials. According to Ukrainian analyst Konstantin Mashovets, the Russian Armed Forces Command is putting troops from reserve units into the battle, but the process is being carried out piecemeal, often by separate battalions. Mashovets calls the results minimal, as it has not yet been possible to fully capture the city of Toretsk. Meanwhile, Russian troops continue their attempts to advance in the Pakrovsk sector, where their main efforts are focused. However, Russia is wearing down, lacking drones and manpower. In recent months, Russian troops have been attempting to break through the defense in the Pakrovsk area. This section is one of the most difficult parts of the front. Furthermore, Russian forces are trying to bypass Pakrovsk from the south. The Kremlin's forces' strategy is to cut off Ukrainian forces from supply lines. In addition to that, Russian troops continue their attempts to approach the highway to Dnipro. Now, a new video from the legendary Ukrainian commander Madar has sparked some curiosity. His cryptic message reads as follows. Riddle: what remains after a precise strike by the bird on the worm? Answer: rubles. Well, if you don't get it, just watch the footage. The answer is clearer than ever. Precision strikes, devastating results. Madar's unit leaves no room for the enemy to escape. See for yourself. Now, moving on to our next feature. Pilots of the Wings of Omega strike drone unit have once again delivered devastating blows to enemy personnel. Precision, skill and relentless pressure ensure that every target is hit with deadly accuracy. The footage captures yet another successful operation. Watch as Ukrainian drones hunt down and neutralize the invaders. No escape, no safe ground. And you know what it is? This is peace through superior firepower. When dealing with Russia, perhaps the only kind of peace that can last. Now, moving on. On the battlefield, there is no room for chaos, only precision, discipline, and cold calculation. The soldiers of the 5th Assault Brigade execute their mission with professionalism, forcing the enemy to surrender. Every engagement is a demonstration of skill and tactical superiority. Watch as Ukrainian forces dominate the battlefield and take prisoners, proving once again that resistance is futile. As we've often mentioned, the best weapon for any Russian soldier on the front line right now is the white flag. It allows you to live to see another day, even if it's not really that useful against drones or missiles. Now, moving on, another week of relentless strikes against Russian forces and equipment. Watch the latest combat footage of Ukrainian defenders on the Kharkiv front as they continue their mission, destroying Russian troops and machinery every single day. Precision, strategy, and unwavering determination define the way that they approach their combat tasks. See for yourself.
Вітаємо вас у нашому щотижневому дайджесті успішних уражень ворога. Важкі скиди працюють по ворожій піхоті. Перший скид влучає поруч із окупантом і завдає йому поранень. Другий контрольний влучає прямо в ціль. Ворог починає диміти. Окупанта ліквідовано. За допомогою розвідувального дрона виявили ворожого піхотинця, що ховався в кущах. Наш FPV влучає прямо в нього. Фіксуємо втрату кінцівки ворогом. Чудова робота. Цей окупант бачив наші дрони, бігав і намагався сховатись від нас. Але наш FPV все одно нас доганяє та влучає прямо в ворога. Ще одного окупанта ліквідовано. За допомогою розвідувального дрона виявили ворожу БМП. Незважаючи на перешкоди, оператор повільно вицілює та влучає прямо в техніку. Спостерігаємо яскравий вибух і задимлення. Продовжуючи спостереження, фіксуємо детонацію і горіння БМП. Виявили групу ворожої піхоти, яка рухалася полем. Запускаємо FPV. Підлітаючи ближче, один із піхотинців починає тікати, але наш дрон нас доганяє і влучає прямо в нього. Гарна робота.
Come to think of it, when you're looking at the exploits of the Ukrainian army, it's like one of the most American stories ever. They might have less weapons and less power, but they are still fighting the evil empire, just like in Star Wars. And yet, they are being denied American weapons. It's been 1 day since support from the US has been cut off, and 1 day too much. Hopefully, this is going to change soon. Let us recognize the efforts of Ukraine in their fight for freedom. And with this, we conclude this episode of Military Mind. Please stay with us here for more latest news and updates.